Hey, good morning, West Side. For me, it is actually still nighttime, and I am just sitting here in my room. I've got a bench that sits right in front of a couple of windows that I have, and I got the window open right now, so that's just the Tri-Cities behind me. And as is my custom, if you know me, you know that this is something that I drink quite often. So um, it's late, but I thought I would still drink my Mountain Dew. So I'm sure you're wondering, like, why is he talking about Mountain Dew? Oh, and this is supposed to be a devotional on John. Um, and I'll get there, but just let me finish. So, um, actually, I drink like a lot of Mountain Dew. Well, let me just show you. Yeah. So, like I said, it's a lot. Now we all know that you know living on Mountain Dew is not good for you. I actually have this theory that could I actually give Mountain Dew to a plant and have it survive? I'm actually waiting on somebody to help me out with that. Um, but I'm really curious about that. But of course, we all know it's probably not going to work. That we actually need water because our are made of water. Now, I will say this: been playing all the disc golf that I've been playing. I have been drinking more Gatorade, which is nice, replenishing the electrolytes. We need that, and so let me improve from the Mountain Dew, and I'll go to some Gatorade here. Help my body out a little bit. Well, let me show you that too. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, lots of Gatorade for the disc golf. Um, so it's a little bit better than Mountain Dew, right? Like I'm improving a little bit. But of course, the thing that I need the most is water. Now, I don't really enjoy water that much. Okay, I like the carbonation, the flavor of Mountain Dew. I like the flavor and the sugar and the sweetness of like in Gatorade. Water just doesn't do it for me, except for the times when I have like worked the hardest. Working out in the gym, water. There's nothing better than water. Working in Honduras in the heat and the humidity and building and whatnot. Drinking, going through 6, 7, 8 bottles of water in the workday. Water obviously is something that we need, and Jesus in John chapter 7 references water. So as I was studying the passage, and well, let me just read the passage for you, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so in John chapter 7, starting in verse 37, it says this: On the last and greatest day of the festival, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." Now, I do find it interesting that it says that on the last and greatest day of the festival. So what is so important about the last and greatest day of the festival? So doing a little bit of research into that, I discovered, that the festival that they're in right now lasted for 7 days, but the eighth day was kind of like this punctuation mark at the end, and there was usually like this procession almost that would go from the temple to the pool of Siloam. And there, water would get pulled, spooned out, cupped out from the pool and brought back to the temple and poured out on the altar as an offering. And then they would read Isaiah 12:3, which says, "With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation." I find it interesting here that on that day, when that was the ritual, that Jesus would make this proclamation that says, "If you're thirsty, come to me." Now, I find it also interesting that at this point he stands. It's an interesting observation in the middle of everything that's going on, and these two things, and then his talking about being thirsty, were really what drew me to this part of John 7. There's so much in there, but that really drew me there because usually rabbis, teachers, they would sit when they teach. But Jesus here, John takes the time to say that Jesus stood. Which is probably drawing more attention to what he is wanting to say in this moment. And so then he says it. He says, if anyone is thirsty, let him come to me. And he talks about this river of living water that's going to well up inside of us. And for me, I think the application is all these other things. They leave me always wanting more. They leave me not really truly replenished, not truly full of life. They're a lesser substitute for what I actually need. I don't actually need Mountain Dew or Gatorade. I need water. I don't need a lot of the things that this world offers. What I need is Jesus. What I need is the Spirit that fills up in me and fills out and fleshes out everything to replenish me, give me life, give me energy, give me purpose. So my prayer is that I would focus on the things that really replenish me, that draw my attention to God, and that engage with the world and the kingdom that he is establishing here on the earth and the people that make it up. That I would be full of life. So may we all drink from the well that is Jesus and be full of life.